Hello and welcome to the Crimson Misery podcast, bonus episode number four, five. I can't exactly remember how many bonus episodes I have, but here's another one. I am here today to do a little bit of a fun challenge. I thought it would be pretty interesting to do this. I'm going to be doing the Sporcle quizzes of March Madness team NCAA tournaments. So essentially, I am going to have to try to go based off memory. I have not done these quizzes in a while, caring about that. And I wanted to share my screen with you on YouTube. You probably won't see this. You obviously won't see this on Spotify or Apple, but you can, if you want to have proof that I'm not cheating while I'm doing this, you can just go to my YouTube channel, Crimson Misery Pod, and see that I'm actually doing this. Uh, on just my computer. I don't have any other uh, tricks up my sleeve that I'm cheating with. But with that being said, if you are listening on Spotify or Apple or wherever you get your podcasts, considering the show 5 stars. If you are listening on YouTube or watching on YouTube, I suppose in this case, like, comment, subscribe, not well, I guess in any sort of order. So with that out of the way, let's just get right into it. Enough talk. Let's start the quiz. So again, these are basically just going to be me trying to remember each year of different teams. I'll probably have some commentary here and there. Hopefully it doesn't start lagging out. And let's do this. Let's start with 2011. It's probably just going to be from, I'd say, 2011 to probably 2016 or 2017. Depends on how long I want to do this. So, without further ado, let's get started. Okay, so the one seeds I remember this particular year were Pitt, um, Ohio State, I think was the number one overall seed that year. They were Duke. They lost to Arizona that year with Derek Williams. I'll just put in Arizona to to basically get that out of the way. And who was the other one? Was it Kansas? I think it was Kansas. Yeah. All right. The twos, I believe Florida. They lost in the Elite Eight to Boston University. I just put that one in. I probably would have gotten that. Butler, I think they beat Old Dominion. Yes. Uh okay, I'm now that the pressure's on, like I'm starting to reassess this. Okay, I mean, UConn obviously won the title that year with Kemba Walker. San Diego State, I believe, was the two in that region. BYU as well. Um, Purdue, Notre Dame, uh, North Carolina. Kentucky made the Final Four that year. VCU, obviously, they defeated USC. I'm going to get to the Big East teams in a second. Okay. Richmond, they defeated Vanderbilt. Yep. Uh, oh my God. Oh yeah, Louisville. They lost to Morehead State, I believe. Wofford, I think, made the tournament that year. They did. Oakland, Tennessee, Michigan, I believe, is who they. Memphis, I think Arizona beat them. Uh, oh, Texas, that's right. Kansas State, yep. Wisconsin, I believe they lost to Butler in the Sweet 16. I think they had like 25 points in the first 30 minutes, if memory serves. Um, let's see, who is the let's just because the Big East had like 11 teams. Let's try to get the Big East teams out of the way. West Virginia, Cincinnati. I've already said UConn. I already said Pitt, Louisville, St. John's. I think they lost to Gonzaga. Um, who's the 7 seed in the Southeast region? Oh, Michigan State. No, they were the 10. Who's the 7? Who? Oh, UCLA. Yeah, in the from the Pac-10 at the time. Yeah, I already said USC. Georgetown, Villanova, George Mason when they had Luke Hancock before he transferred to Louisville. Um, who else? S- Uh, oh yeah, Texas A&M. Florida State, I think they had the number one ranked defense in Ken Palm that year. Um, oh my God. I'm really struggling right now. Oh my God, who? Oh yeah, UNLV, Illinois. That was when Illinois actually um what was that? What was I trying to say? That was a high point for Illinois back in that time. So Syracuse, Marquette, I believe Xavier as well. Uh, who else? UAB, Clemson, because they were in the first. I remember they were like among the. I think believe they were the two first four teams that ended up getting revealed. Washington, that was off the Isaiah Thomas buzzer beater. That was a very famous one. I think Georgia was who they played. Yes. Temple, they defeated Penn State. I believe that was Bucknell. And let's see, Belmont. Was Belmont the other one? Okay, Belmont was a tournament team that year, but not the team I was thinking of. Um, let's see here. Um, let's see. I'm trying to like go based on conference, and that's kind of a struggle. Montana? No. Um, Iona? Uh, Hampton, I believe played Duke. Yeah. Um, Long Island? Yep. Um, Indiana State. That's right. Indiana State played Syracuse. Kentucky played Princeton. That was one of Brandon Knight's buzzer tournament. He also did that against Ohio State. Get the hell out of here, Invesco. Um, oh my God, who did Purdue? Oh yeah, St. Peter's. Before the famous St. Peter's run of 2022, Purdue and St. Peter's actually played in this tournament. Um, oh my God. Who did Cincinnati play? That's gonna really irk me because I actually don't remember who Cincinnati played. They played in 11. Who was that team? Oh God. Did Alabama get in? No, Colorado? Oh, Northern Colorado. Yeah, because I remember because Northern Colorado was in and it said no Colorado. I remember this all the way back in 2011. Can you imagine that? No Colorado is what they had. And then Colorado didn't make the tournament despite being a bubble team that year. But who else? Um, any other A10 schools like Dayton? No, my microphone's slipping. 60 of 68's pretty good. Um, le- eh, the whoever that 11's. Oh, I believe Utah State. Yeah, Utah State. Um, who else? Well, oh, yeah, this is really testing my limits. Um, yeah, I'm just gonna give up. I actually don't. I'm gonna probably Missouri. Oh, damn it. That's right. My cousin goes to UC Santa Barbara. I forgot about that. UNC Asheville, Arkansas Little Rock, Akron, UTSA, Alabama State. Alabama State. Oh man, dang it. Okay, well, still 61 out of 68. Average score for this quiz was 59%, and I got 90%. So that's pretty good, I would say. All right, let's now, in quick succession, if this page will load, that would be nice. 2012 is now the year. Yes, not the Sweet 16. That would be a little easy. Um, Let me move my position a little bit because no, that's not the quiz I was looking for. It's like I want the bracket style, not the and that also had like CIT and NIT teams. Um, hello, where the hell is it? What? Or maybe move out teams? It's always weird having to find like um no, no. What the hell, man? This is why, like, I wish I had these quizzes pulled up earlier. 2013. Come on, it's like this, but like, hmm. Well, uh, hang on just a second. I wish I wait, hold on. NCAA tournament. How about just tournament 2013? Um, no, 2012. Can we? Okay, I think yeah, okay, there we go. There we go. We have it. We're back. We're back. All right. So this year I was really the year where I started paying attention, 2011. I was like halfway paying attention to it, but I was a little too young to remember. But through my college basketball research throughout the years, I can kind of remember I remember quite a bit about it. So let's do this. All right. So the Kentucky was obviously the one seed. That was Anthony Davis. In the East, it was well, I can't. I think it was Syracuse. Yeah. Midwest was Kansas. No, I think it was North Carolina. Yeah, and then Michigan State. They were kind of a nope. Well, Michigan too, but Michigan State. Um, kind of a controversial one. They got in over Missouri, who was infamously upset by Norfolk State. Lehigh was the other upset. They defeated Duke. Um, Western Kentucky, yeah, LIU Brooklyn. I believe Vermont was a 16. Yep. Iona. Yep, Iona. They play Marquette. Yeah. Oh, BYU because BYU had, I believe, the largest comeback. I know in first four history, but one of the biggest comebacks in NCAA tournament history. Um, that's right. That's right. Let's see here. Baylor, I believe, was a three. Indiana was a four. They defeated New Mexico State, and then they defeated, or New Mexico is also in the tournament. All right. Mexico, come on, load, load. Oh my God. New Mexico State. Yes. And then VCU, Virginia, I believe, was in the tournament. They lost to Florida, I believe. Yep. Um, who's the oh yeah, Murray State when they had like a Daniel and Isaiah Cannon. Isaiah Cannon, I believe, was in the NBA for a little bit. They defeated Colorado, well, Colorado State. The other Pac-10 team or Pac-12 team at this point, I think, was California. That was a year where the Pac-12 was really terrible. So, fun fact for everyone watching this. So, get celebrity cruises. No one wants you here. Same with you, whatever the hell you are. Um, okay, enough screwing around. Ohio State, Ohio, yeah. Walter Offit, Kansas, yep, they made the Final Four. Uh, Georgetown, oh yeah, South Florida, Temple, yeah, Louisville made the Final Four, of course. Uh, St. Louis, that was the last year Rick Majerus ever coached before he died. Memphis was also in there. Northern Iowa? Am I getting that? No, it's a different year, I think. Um, shoot. UNLV, I believe. Yeah. Cincinnati, Xavier, that was the famous crosstown brawl year. Um, it was on the same day of the watch shot, by the way. Um, Ohio State. Who did Ohio State play? Oh yeah, Florida State was upset by them. That's right. Wisconsin, Vanderbilt, one of two teams to beat Kentucky that year, and Indiana was the other one. So, um, who's the five? Oh, Wichita State, the year before they made their Final Four run. Seven. Creighton? No, Alabama, that's right. Um, oh gosh. Oh yeah, Long Beach State. That was one that they played New Mexico. Yeah, yeah. 13. Who did Louisville play that year? Is it also like UNC Asheville or something? Yeah. Well, they played Syracuse. Oh yeah, Southern Miss. That was a very interesting. I remember that one specifically. Um, Iowa State and UConn. That was the game that Iowa State hit a bajillion threes against the Huskies. That was really funny. That was the year after UConn won the tournament, of course. Notre Dame, uh, Purdue, yes, Purdue and St. Mary's, huh? St. Mary's. Okay. Um, oh shoot. Who was? Oh yeah, NC State. That's the other team I was thinking of. They made the Sweet 16 that year. They upset. Um, who did they beat? Oh yeah, San Diego State. And then Georgetown, I believe. Um, Milwaukee, Wright State, Cleveland State. Who was out of the Horizon League that year? Valpo? Valparaiso. Is that how you spell it? Um, oh my God. Oh shoot. Montana. Oh, Montana. Okay, cool. That's funny. Wisconsin played Montana that year, and then Wisconsin played Montana in this year's tournament. That's pretty funny. Um, I'm still gonna guess like Belmont and Bucknell because they were in the tournament quite a bit. Harvard, I believe. Yeah, Harvard was. They played Vanderbilt. Who was the 7-10 matchup that year? Oh, Gonzaga, West Virginia, I believe. Yep. Temple? Oh yeah, I already guessed Temple. Was LaSalle in the tournament? No. 13. Was in the West region that year? Who was in the West region that year? Okay, I'm skipping that for now. Cincinnati defeated who? They defeated somebody. Obviously. Um, oh God, I don't remember. Um, Kansas defeated somebody. I man, Texas? Oh yeah, Texas. Okay, cool. Um, that would have been an embarrassing miss. Uh, Weber State? Or am I off track a little bit? Um, um Georgia State? No. Oh, St. Bonaventure played Florida State. That's right. Um, mm, 15 seconds. Can I get another one in? Probably not. Uh, yeah, no. Yeah, I'm just gonna give up. Okay, South Dakota State, Loyola Maryland, Detroit was the Horizon League team that year. Get out of here, Xfinity. Um, Davidson. Oh my God. How could I forget I mean, Steph Curry was already in the NBA at this point, but like, how do I miss Davidson and then Mississippi Valley State? Probably would have gotten that one, but still like 91%, 58% on average. So hopefully this means that the 2013 tournament will go a little bit more smoothly. Um, or at least trying to get to it. Yeah. Okay, here we go. All right, 2013. This is a year I remember very vividly. The one seeds, Indiana was one of them. It didn't end very well, but they were still a number one. The other ones that year were Gonzaga. That was their first year as a one. Kansas again was a number one. The Midwest, it was Louisville. They won the national title. Or wait, sorry, Louisville won the national title. I believe they played North Carolina A&T. NC State was also an eight that year. They played Temple, beat NC State, and then Temple played Indiana, and Indiana barely beat them. They needed the refs' help, and I can admittedly say that as an Indiana fan, but also Khalif White kind of shot Temple out of that game. Same with what was his name? Like Randall something. They had a couple of guys shoot them out of that game, but okay, let's focus up. Okay, so the twos were Duke, Miami. They were in Indiana's region. I remember that. Uh, who was the two in the, oh yeah, Georgetown, because they lost to Dunk City, Florida also in that region, but Florida Gulf Coast in that region. The two in the West, I believe, was Ohio State. Wichita State, I should probably mention them because they were in the Final Four that year. They defeated Pitt, Gonzaga, LaSalle, Ohio State. Yeah, and then they lost to Louisville. Middle Tennessee, I believe, was in the tournament. They lost to St. Mary's, I believe. Um, oh God, who are the other? Oh, Boise State. Yeah. Okay. And again, we had like San Diego State. I think they lost to Florida Gulf Coast. UNLV lost to Cal, then lost to hate typing this team's name in Syracuse. Michigan or Michigan, I should say. Um, Come on, Michigan. I assume it's going to come out first. Yeah, they made the national title game. Michigan State. Valpo, I think, was this year. Yes. Um, is Iona still? Yep. Iowa State, Notre Dame, Butler. I think they beat Belmont or Bucknell, one of those two. No, that was okay. That was Arizona. Harvard defeated three seed New Mexico. I remember that. Who was the four in that region? Wisconsin? Was Wisconsin the four? No, they were the five. Who was it? Oklahoma State? Well, Oklahoma is first. Oklahoma State? No, no, they were in the. Wait, who was the four? Was it Kansas? Okay, it was. Who was the three? Oh, Marquette. Duh. They Davidson was this. I thought this was the I knew Davidson was in this tournament, but I didn't know they were in the in the previous year's tournament too. Montana, I think Syracuse beat Montana. Indiana defeated James Madison after they lost to Long Island. It's crazy how Long Island has made so many tournaments in that span. So Pacific, I believe, is who Miami beat. Who was the 10-7 matchup? Oh yeah, Illinois, Colorado. All right. Colorado State defeated Missouri. Creighton defeated Cincinnati, I believe. Yep. Who was the sixth in the Midwest? Memphis, they they defeated St. Mary's, I believe. Who four in that region was St. Louis? Yes. I believe they defeated New Mexico State. Oregon was the 12. I remember because Oregon should have been like a five that year, and UNLV should have been a 12. They got reversed. But Oregon made the Sweet 16 regardless, and UNLV lost in the first round despite having Anthony Bennett, who then later became one of the biggest draft busts in NBA history. Um, Ole Miss defeated Wisconsin. That was the Marshall Henderson team. Gonzaga. Oh yeah, it was Southern. It was Southern. They almost pulled off the upset against Gonzaga. I think the game was like tied with a couple minutes to go in regulation, but I think Gonzaga won by like I forget what the exact um, score was. I think it was by 6. Okay, the South region I need to get going on. VCU, I believe. Yeah. Uh, Dakota State. Um, Minnesota, another Big Ten team, defeated UCLA with the Ware twins. Villanova was also there. Uh, was Western Kentucky also? Yep, they were. Northwestern State. Um, Wait, who was the 12 that year? Okay, let me think. Um, hmm. Uh, who was the 15 or the 12 that year? Who was the 15 in the Midwest that played Duke? Um, what conference am I missing is what I should be asking. Um, hmm. Oh, is it also Akron? It is. Okay. Well, the South I have completed. The Midwest I need to complete now. So, huh, trying to remember. Who played Duke that year? Was it Texas Southern? No. Um, UNC Wilmington? No. Um, wow. The fuck? Why can't I remember? I'm like blanking right now. 15, 16 in the Midwest that year. Who was it? Um, Eastern Kentucky? No. Um, I don't know. I'm sure this will uh I'm really gonna kick myself for this, but let's give up. Albany and Liberty. Okay. Liberty I probably should have gotten. And Albany, I guess, because it was the America East. Um, yeah. Okay. Well, still 97%, and the average score being 58%. So, yeah, I feel going. I feel pretty good. Um, Depending on how long this is going, probably a couple more. It should be fine. Yeah, I think that'll work. Probably up until 2015. But I just thought this would be an interesting idea. So yeah, let's get right into it. Okay, so this is a bit of a weirder one. The one seeds were Florida, Wichita State. They started 35-0 that year. Um, I'm already blanking on the ones. Virginia. Yep. And oh God, who was the other one? It was Florida, Virginia, Wichita State, someone. I'll get back to that one. Uh, Okay, I'm just gonna go like based on teams that I know made the tournament that year. UCLA, Arizona, yeah, Arizona, and then Wisconsin. Um, Frank Kaminsky, the breakout year that he had. Uh, Duke was a three, I believe, in the Midwest region. Is if it'll load. Come on, load. Thank you. UNC, NC State. I believe they were 12. I think they played Xavier in the first four. Yep. Iowa played Tennessee in the first four as well. It's uh, a weird outlier because I think this is the only region in NCAA tournament history to have three first four matchups, which is pretty crazy when you think about it. Cal Poly was a 16. I know they played Wichita State, Kentucky, played Kansas, and then Kansas State. I believe EKU was this year. Yes. Uh, they played Kansas. Albany was also in this year's tournament. Come on. You want to, what the fuck? Albany. There you go. It's American. They played Wisconsin, I believe. Coastal Carolina played Virginia. And then who's the two? Yeah, Michigan. Michigan State was a four, I believe. Yep. Harvard, Cincinnati. They upset Cincinnati that year with Sean Kilpatrick for Cincinnati. Who's the two? Oh yeah, UConn won the championship that year. Villanova, Iowa State as well. Made the Sweet 16, lost to Connecticut. Uh, St. Joseph's, UMass, Dayton, St. VCU, George Washington. Yeah, Memphis. I'm starting. I'm on a roll. I remember this year. I remember it. Um, the West region. Um, New Mexico. I guess they were. That was a little different. San Diego State, Louisville was up for that year, which they were ranked like fifth in the AP poll and still got a four seed just because they were in the AAC that year, not the ACC, but it was like the transition year from when they left the Big East to go to the AAC for a year and then went to the ACC. Iowa State, who did they play? Iona again? No. It's Manhattan. Uh, who's the 7-10 that year? Yeah, Texas, Arizona State. Duh. Oregon as well. Gonzaga, Oklahoma lost to North Dakota State. Yep. Uh, South Dakota State as well. No. Um, oh yeah. The three was because that was Doug McDermott's last year when he was player of the year, baked them though by like 30 points because they couldn't miss from three. Um, Providence? Yep. Uh, is it oh yeah, Louisiana? Oh, okay. Was it LSU? No. Already said Tennessee. Uh those were the only three SEC teams, Florida, Kentucky, and Tennessee, I think. Um Nebraska. Yeah. Um, the three in the South. Who is the three in the South region? Syracuse. That's right. They lost or they beat. Did they? No. Who did Syracuse beat that year? Who did Syracuse beat that year? They beat. Who they beat? Is it Western Michigan or Eastern? Okay, it was Western Michigan. I was like, surely. And then yeah, they lost. They ended up losing to Dayton. Dayton defeated Ohio State. That was the famous V. Sanford bank shot to beat Aaron Kraft in his final year at Ohio State. The 8-9 was Pitt and Colorado, I believe. Yep. The 10 was New Mexico. Oh, and Stanford. That's right. Stanford out of the Pac-12, of course. Oklahoma State. I also almost forgot. BYU. Yep, BYU and Oregon. Uh, okay, now here's where it starts to Milwaukee, I think. Yep. Arizona. Oh, Weber State, I think. Yep. Michigan played. Who did Michigan play? Oh, Mercer. Yeah, Mercer, the famous Duke upset, of course. Cannot forget. Um, oh my God, who did San Diego State play the first round too? Um, North Dakota State, and I'll get back to that one. Um, oh man, who was Stephen F. Austin. Yeah, they defeated VCU in on that 4-point play. Uh, oh, man, I'm going to be kicking myself for so many of these. UC Irvine, you Cal State Fullerton. No, I guess Cal Poly was in that. Okay. Uh, Texas Southern. Texas Southern. Okay. Um, oh my God, I feel like I know who UCLA played in the year, and I can't remember. Is it Akron again? Is it Ohio, Toledo, um, Buffalo? Yeah, no, I'll figure it out. Still 62 out of 68 again, which is still pretty good. Tulsa. Okay. Delaware. Oh, that's right. That's right. That was the game that Adrian Payne had like 43 points or something. 40, he had 40 plus, I think. And I think he converted all his free throws. North Carolina Central, Wofford. I was about to, that's the crazy part. New Mexico State. I forgot they made the tournament that year. Wow. And then Mount St. Mary's. Okay. Okay. My brain is a little bit mush now. So yeah, 2015, I think, is going to be the final one I do. Um, because yeah, beyond this is like kind of it's a lot tougher for me at least because I that's when I like I mean I obviously still pay attention to March Madness, but this is when I have like my core memories still processed. So it's like an inside out uh deal, you know? So anyway, final quiz here, the 2015 NCAA tournament. Um don't know how well I'll do on this one, but I feel I should be getting around the same score I got anyway. So let's see. Three, two, one, go. So Kentucky obviously was the one that year. They were 38-0 and then lost to Wisconsin. Villanova was another one, and then Duke. Duke won it all, of course. Gonzaga was a two. Kansas was a two. Arizona was a two, and then Virginia was the two, I believe. Notre Dame had that amazing game against Kentucky, but ended up falling short. Jaron Grant, Pat Connaughton. Um, yeah. So UNC was a four. NC State was an eight. They defeated LSU, Ole Miss, Georgia. There were so many like weird SEC teams that made the tournament that year. Arkansas did. I think they played Wofford. Yep. Um, Harvard again, I think made the tournament. Yeah. I think 4 years in a row Harvard made the tournament. So, um, uh, Lafayette, I believe, is who Villanova played. Yep, believe so. And Hampton. Yep. Western Kentucky. Eastern Kentucky. What? What the fuck? Buffalo. I think Buffalo, West Virginia, one of those two. West Virginia, of course, got hammered by Kentucky by like 39 points. So, yeah, that was fun. St. John's, Providence, Xavier. Uh, was there another Big East team I'm missing? Yeah, Georgetown. Utah played them. Uh, oh, who was the three in the South? Oh yeah. I don't know if this was exactly the same team, but I know. Oh well, Iowa State. Yeah, they lost to UAB, and then Baylor lost to Georgia State. Um, hmm, who? Oh yeah, Cincinnati and Purdue. Um, Butler, Texas. Remember that? Who was the 7-10? Oh yeah. Well, now I understand why I was not remembering the that 7-10 Wichita State, Indiana. Indiana lost to Wichita State. Um, yeah, I remember that now. Northeastern, I believe, is who Notre Dame played. Kansas, I forget who they played. Um, oh, Vermont. Did Vermont make the tournament? No. New Hampshire, uh, Hartford. Uh, well, um, yeah, Coastal Carolina, I think. Liberty. Hmm. Who was? Oh yeah, well, Michigan State made the Final Four, of course. Um, they defeated Georgia. Oklahoma was the three. Virginia was the two who they beat. Louisville. This this was the Northern Iowa year, or well, the year before Northern Iowa hit that buzzer beater against Texas, and then like choked that lead away against Texas A&M. Um, let's see, who did Louisville face? Is it New Mexico State again? Yeah, well, they were still in the tournament, but no, uh, they were not in that region. Oregon was, though. Um, Oklahoma State, yep. Who's the 7-10? I already guessed Cincinnati. Um, oh yeah, SMU, UCLA, um, San Diego State. Who was the seven? Uh, 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 where? Okay, Louisiana, still no. Um, Alabama State. Um, oh yeah, VCU. Davidson, I believe, was a 10. Yep, they were. Um, Georgetown. Who did Georgetown play? Um, Maine? No. Stetson. Mm, was it Mercer again? Belmont? Okay. Bucknell? Uh, Buffalo? Oh wait, I already guessed Buffalo. Or Buffalo's already on there. My bad. Valpo? Valparaiso? Oh, yeah, Valparaiso. Um, Illinois State? No, who's oh well, no, of course, because Wichita State and Northern Iowa were those teams. Um, oh, else was in the first one? Oh, Boise State and Dayton, that's right. And then I believe BYU. Yep. Um, St. Mary's, was St. Mary's in the tournament that year? No. Um, uh, uh, just two more, and I get um. Well, I think this is a pretty easy. South Dakota State. North Dakota State. North Dakota State. There you go. Oh my God. I feel like there's a really obvious one that I'm not seeing. Um, Albany. I'm trying to think of them like oh, it is Albany. Cool. Um, Iona, um, Merrimack. I don't know. Well, I got to the 60 mark. That's pretty good. My brain is just kind of exhausted at this point. Um, like some of these I'm gonna really kick myself for. Um, Arizona. No, who did Arizona? Uh, 17 seconds left. I'm just gonna give up. All right. So Manhattan again played Kansas. Texas Southern. Oh, that's right. That was the start of Texas Southern continuing to make the tournament. Also, Xfinity, get the hell out of here. Hey, I'm trying to read. There you go. Gotten that. Eastern Washington. That's right. They beat Indiana that year. How did I not remember Eastern Washington? My brain is fried. North Florida and Robert Knott have gotten. Wyoming and UC Irvine made the tournament. Of course. Of course. That's the year I don't pick UC Irvine. Wyoming, I forgot about genuinely. But all right. With that being said, that is going to do it for me in this bonus episode. I just thought this was a pretty fun challenge to do. Um, oh yeah, I got 88%. Average score is 57%. Yeah, so I'm pretty happy overall with those results. Got well above average on all the quizzes I took. Um, yeah, so I'm pretty satisfied. So anyway, thank you all so much for listening. And like I said, I'll probably in the last podcast episode, I'll probably be back for like after the Sweet 16 ends. So yeah, I will see you all then. Bye bye.